Welcome to Talking another week, and I'm here. This week, it's early Monday morning before I go to work because over the weekend, Saturday, I was a little tired from the shoot Friday night down at McHugh's. We did the AIDS Services Joys Network benefit, filmed Carol August and her all-star band. Great show. So Saturday I was just laid around, did basically nothing. And then Sunday, yesterday, I went to Mohegan Sun and saw Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Beethoven's Last Night. Let me tell you, this is a fantastic show. One of the best rock and roll shows I have ever seen in my life. We had fantastic seats. I got the program. And it's what it is. It's a narrated story woven together with this great, powerful, rocked out classical music. It's fantastic. I think they had 5 different people doing lead vocals. So there was a cast of characters. There was a narrator. The thing was cast beautifully. And I've got to tell you, if you're one of those people, like I used to be yesterday, who always kind of looked down on violin players, let me tell you, this cat that was playing the lead violin, he moved around that stage and rocked out more than any rock guitarist I've ever seen. This guy was jumping and throwing kicks and just rocking out all over the entire stage. Fantastic show. And what else can I say? Oh yeah, I guess I can say this. I hit a slot machine down there for $50 as soon as I walked in. Always nice, you know? Yeah, because after the couple trips to Vegas, I know a little bit about casinos. And the fact is, the machines that are the closest to the doors going in, those are the machines that actually pay a little bit better than the ones further back in the casino. The casinos design them this way because they want, for one thing, as people come in, they want people to see other people winning. So always hit some of those close ones before you get further into the casino. And you might have a little bit of luck. One cool thing. This is the ticket. Right here. This is the ticket. They don't rip the tickets in half anymore, which is very cool. Because as a kid, I would amass, piles of concert tickets that were ripped in half. And, of course, the venue always kept the half with the act's name on it. Stupid, huh? Yeah. Not this time. I got to tell you, a great venue. The Mohegan Sun Arena is fantastic. A beautiful place. I think it's a little smaller than the Verizon Center. And we were, as you're looking at the stage, we were on the front left corner. Up about 6 rows. And beautiful seats. We could look over the little curtains where the musicians would come down and swap out guitars and stuff. So, I went with, I gotta say, probably my oldest friend in life. Guy that grew up just down the street from me. He lives down in New York City, and he met me at the casino, and turns out it's about 3 hours down from here, from Keene to Mohegan Sun, and it's about 3 hours from where he is. So it's about a halfway point for us. So we've decided that, we're going to find time in our busy lives to hook up there once in a while and hang out and see a show or something. But a great day, all in all, So here it is. I got home about 2 o'clock in the morning. Was up at 6 in here this morning to do the show before I start work for another week. So, a few things, let's go city related. I heard on Keen No Spin, Randy Filio and Dave Richards, that Cheshire Homes is being torn down and put back up again. A couple things wrong with this scenario here. These buildings were built in the 70s. I was alive when these buildings were built. Last year and the year before, there was like $1 million some dollars spent on weatherizing and renovating them. And now, tear them down, rebuild with federal money. People say, well, what is federal money? Yeah, but it's still taxes. It's just taxes that you gave to different people, and not the state or the city or the county. Again, another example of governments just wasting money, because I can't figure out why they're tearing these buildings down. The only thing I can think of, the only reason I can think that they would tear these buildings down is just the simple piss poor design of it. Apparently back in the 70s, there was the whole, they went through this phase in architecture where people got high all the time or something and designed buildings. But these buildings were, if you've never been to Cheshire Homes, as you go in the front door, you go into a hallway. The bedrooms are downstairs, and there's a flight of stairs that goes upstairs to the living room and kitchen. So basically, they're not ADA compliant unless, the person never wants to eat or go in the living room. Then they just stay on that first floor little area and they're just fine. That's the only thing I can think of is why they would tear these down, is just maybe because of that design. But I don't know. A waste of money, as far as I'm concerned. I happened to listen. One of the things I spent Saturday morning, sitting in my room listening to Talkback on WKBK. I think it's KBK. Lee Perkins was on, my boss, so I wanted to tune in, see if he had anything bad to say about us employees. Well, he didn't. But he was on with Chuck Redfern, and he did a great job. Chuck did a great job, as always. But Chuck is a little bit more used to the whole radio thing than Lee is. Lee's a TV guy. And he actually doesn't like to be in front of the camera so much anymore. But I thought it was good. They had some people call about the roundabout on, the talk turned round to roundabouts. And they started talking about the roundabout up on Court Street and Maple Ave by 7-Eleven. And people were calling in with concerns about Paul's Choice and 7-Eleven, and none of that stuff is going to be in the roundabout. I believe the roundabout is going to go basically from that intersection kind of northeast up into that big empty field there. I believe that's probably how it's going to go. And maybe the corner of the pine trees there on the northern corner of Maple Ave and Old Walpole Road. So I think it's going to be situated up in that area up there. More in where that fork, where 12A and Old Walpole Road go up. And everybody's, talking about the roundabout, and we don't need the roundabout. And for one thing, I believe it takes electricity to run streetlights. Boom. Savings there. No streetlight, no electricity use. And as far as it causing more traffic, it's not going to cause more traffic. This is going to be the same amount of traffic. It's just that, hey, guess what, people? The government's not going to be telling you when to stop and go. You're going to have to figure that out yourself. For once, the powers that be are giving the power and responsibility back to you. You never looked at it that way, did you? You just went, well, oh no, we don't want the roundabout because now we got to watch for cars coming. Well, of course you do. It's your responsibility as a driver to watch where you're going and where other cars are going. You want easy? Get a pilot's license. Nothing in your way to hit. Except the ground. But, you have time to think about things on your way down. There's no big deal with roundabouts. You pay attention. You get your head out of your butt. You put your cell phone in the friggin' glove box. And you use this piece of your anatomy right here. It's called the neck. It allows your head to turn back and forth and look and see different things. When you're in a roundabout, you should be looking there, not here. Get my point? Where you want, and think ahead of the roundabout. You have to think about where you want to end up at the end of the roundabout. That will determine where you start, where you enter the roundabout from. Okay? Oh, I got a board right here too. I should just do this on a board. No. I'll just explain it, and maybe you can get it. If not, I'll do diagrams and charts for next week. But a lot of people were asking and saying on the radio show that somebody should make something and explain people how to use roundabouts. All right, well, here it is. Here's the skinny. If you come into a roundabout, let's say Main, Marlboro, and Winchester Street roundabout, because that's your typical 2-lane, 1-lane roundabout, if you get my understanding. All right. So if you're coming down Main Street, south on Main Street, and you want to go out Winchester Street, you enter the roundabout in the right-hand lane, and immediately watch where you're going. Make sure no other cars are coming to your left, because in a roundabout, the cars come from your left. So you have to look left. And then you proceed into the roundabout, and boom, out Winchester Street. Easy peasy. That's an easy one, because it's just a right turn. If you want to go straight down Main Street, you can enter the roundabout from either lane coming down Main Street. That's okay. In which case, you go around. And once On the inside lane, once you get past, or once you get even with the Winchester Street turnout, you may want to turn on your directional to the right, because you will be going out of the roundabout if you're going from the center lane out. If you're in the right-hand lane, you just and right out. It's like a single lane. If you want to go down Marlborough Street, always enter the roundabout from the inside lane, the left-hand lane. You want to go in, stay to the inside all the way around until you come past Main Street again, and as you get around to the Main Street exit, then turn on your blinker to go out Marlborough Street. Easy. If you can just picture it in your head. Maybe for some of you folks that aren't very good with visualizing, take a piece of paper and draw it out. Map your route like the old kid mazes. You know, how do you get out of the roundabout? Oh my God. You know, you could be stuck in there forever. They're easy. And the key is your eyes and your awareness. You look around, you see what's coming. And yeah, stuff in the middle of roundabouts, that doesn't matter. You can have stuff in the middle of roundabouts. Somebody proposed an oak tree or an elm tree, because apparently there are now elm trees that can withstand diseases. So they said, maybe we need to put an elm tree. At least we used to be the Elm City. I don't know what city we are now, but we used to be the Elm City. And they said a nice elm tree right there in the roundabout would be nice. And the next caller called up and said, yeah, but you know something? That tree's going to grow up. Which is one of my concerns about Main Street these days. Is the fact that I can't remember when the big whole, when we started making Main Street pretty before it was just sidewalks and parking meters. But we put all these trees in and we built them down. We put them down the center of the road. Now these trees have root systems that grow into trunks, which grow into branches and leaves. And every year these things get a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually the root systems are going to start messing with the pavement. I believe that having so many trees in the downtown area especially is not safe. Because if drivers are looking for the name of a business on a storefront, and they're going up our Main Street, they're trying to peer through trees and trying to see these signs, and they, damn well then, if you're looking through trees trying to find where you're going, you can't see the forest of cars that you're going to run into when they're all stopped in front of you. I love cities with downtowns that are open. And our downtown used to be like that. You could stand in front of the post office with a camera and shoot a beautiful picture of the common and the church. You can't do that now. There's too many trees in the way. You can't get a nice scenic downtown picture anymore. So I don't know what to do about that or who to talk to. I was going to pull some offbeat news this morning, but the only stuff I could find, I noticed it said posted in 2010, so that was kind of dumb. But I had seen a couple of stories at the end of last week that, well, at least one story that just it blew my mind. And, of course, with all this talk about the North Bridge and the naming of the North Bridge, I saw this story about the Czech Republic over there in Czechoslovakia, where thieves had stolen an 11-ton steel pedestrian bridge because the scrap industry is so lucrative these days. Now think about that. An 11-ton pedestrian bridge. So it must have been in an area where there are people, and it seems like it must cross something. How do you steal an 11-ton pedestrian bridge? And I was thinking, with this whole controversy about naming the North Bridge, I hope somebody doesn't come and steal that. That would be a shame. And I thought I'd seen it all. Somebody stealing an entire bridge. It seems like somebody would notice. Seems like when he got to the scrapyard to sell the stuff, and they went, hey man, we've got a 11-ton bridge here. You want to buy it? The owner of the scrap metal place must have questioned it. Just crazy. Crazy, crazy stuff. What else is going on these days? Nothing this week, I don't think. It's going to be a busy week. Got a shoot with Jody Turner for In My Backyard tomorrow. It's a committee week for city council stuff. So Wednesday night will be MSFI, PLD will be taping, so they'll be shown on Thursday night, immediately following Keen No Spin. That's when you get MSFI and PLD meeting. And then FOP committee that gets taped on Thursday night gets aired Friday night, immediately following Town Crier. So, I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I've got just about 5 minutes left, and I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything else that's going on. I believe it. No, I'm not going to say anything about that. Oh, well. I can't think of anything else right now off the top of my head that's immediately controversial. I know that, there's a new bar open. And congratulations to Dory O'Meara, who opened the Poorhouse. P-O-U-R. Right next to Pedraza's, and I've heard that it connects to Pedraza's. And people have said she's done a wonderful job at cleaning up the place. And it's a very fine establishment. I'll have to get in and have a beer one of these days. So congratulations, Dory, and good luck. Maybe you can, get some of the quieter crowd up at your end of town. So let me look over here, and I'll run the email address because I'm still waiting for Johnny Depp. That was the wrong move. There we go. All right, still waiting for Johnny Depp and his lawyer to contact me about calling him a dick. But, he probably won't. He probably just ignores all that stuff. People say it all the time to him. Anyway, that's the email address. talkingaw@CheshireTV.org. .org, not .com. We are an organization. All right. Now I'll find my credits. And get out of here, man. So, until next week, Rick Blood, maybe I'll have something interesting next week. Maybe I can find some up-to-date, offbeat news for you, because it's been a long time since I did that, or some fun facts. All right, till next week, Rick Blood. Peace.